Okay, so the Feds came out and they made their announcement that the Fed funds rate's going to be dropping 50 basis points. We've getting a lot of questions as of lately. Did the interest rates of mortgages end up going down? And so the answer is yes and no. The market was already anticipating this drop in the interest rates, and it was anticipating it coming from the Jackson Hole meeting that was done about 4 weeks ago. The Jackson Hole is essentially the equivalent of the financial Super Bowl when it comes to industries. And in that event, this is where all the other central bank powers come together from the other countries, such as Japan, Europe, whatnot, and they come to the United States, listen to the keynote speaker, Jerome Powell, and they go over the prior 12 months of data that they have currently, and then what they project for the next following 12 months. In that event or that meeting about 4 weeks ago, they already confirmed that interest rates were definitively going to be dropped in September. So the FOMC announcement wasn't really new news. And this is why we saw interest rates get significantly better over the last couple of weeks. And so looking at the chart, you can see here as each of these candles keep on going up and up and up, well, that was the interest rates getting better. At this point, we're at the best rates that we've seen really since July of 2023. So if the question is, hey, have rates gotten better? They have. Are they back to 4 and 5? Well, are they back to 3% or 4%? Not quite. We still have quite a bit of a way to go before we're going to get to that point. I'm going to zoom out here and take us back to 2021, 2020, where we were all the way up here in the bond pricing, and this is when interest rates were at their lowest in the 2s and the 3% range. Now, as this goes down or the pricing gets worse for the bond, rates end up getting worse. But as the pricing ends up getting higher or going up, then rates actually get better. So it's inverted. At the moment, we are trying to get over a ceiling that we've had a very hard time breaking, or a ceiling of resistance. If we look at in the past where we ran into this ceiling before, you're going to see that the same ceiling shows its head here, here, and here. Now, the problem with it is it acted as a very large level of support when we were coming down, or I'm sorry, when we were going up with interest rates. So as the market got worse and as interest rates got higher coming from 2022, this was a very strong level of support. Now, the problem with it becoming a ceiling of resistance, when it acts as a very strong support, it acts as an incredibly hard to break ceiling of resistance. So this is why it's fighting. This is why the rates have gotten so much worse over the last couple of days. The market was already anticipating the drop in rates. It already priced that in. And now when it had to get over its really mainstay or main event to actually accomplish, it unfortunately got rejected and did not break through. And this is what's led to the deterioration in pricing. If you're trying to lock a rate right now, if you've seen pricing stay about the same, maybe get slightly better, slightly worse, this is because most of the secondary managers that are putting out the rate sheets are putting pad inside of it to make sure that they are covered. You're not going to see really too many secondary managers take a position one way or the other because they don't want to get, for lack of better terms, destroyed financially. So they're just going to keep it padded while this volatility settles down a little bit, so that way they can go ahead and make a more educated probability decision once they can get past this couple of days of volatility. But overall, it's the first time that the Feds have dropped rates in 4 years, so it's good news, and it is something that is going to get us in the right direction to where we need to be going to get to the lower and better interest rates. Think of it as a cruise ship. A cruise ship takes a half hour to make a U-turn. It's going to take us a little bit to get back down to those lower rates, as it took us a little bit to get up to these high interest rates. So I hope this makes sense. If you are on the fence about refinancing, don't pull the trigger yet. Wait a little bit longer. It should get better, but at the moment, they've gotten better in the last couple of weeks, but it's definitely not back to the 3s and 4s yet. But soon enough, probably mid-25 or the end of 25, we likely will get there. For those of you that are waiting to lock an interest rate at the moment, I would say carefully float. What we're going to be looking for really aggressively is to see if we can go ahead and maintain this level here and not fall below these support levels, essentially where the pricing was at right here. In the event that we fall below that, then pricing will deteriorate significantly and quickly. In the event that it acts as a support and we go to retest, that's going to be our next opportunity to break it. If we break it, we will definitely see a very large move positively when it comes to interest rates.